Get ready to challenge what you thought you knew. Don't miss an episode of the truth within the Bible. Your journey to enlightenment starts now.
Welcome back, my friends. New book today, the book of Nahum. Nahum in the Hebrew tongue means compassionate comforter, or even counselor, if you would. And this is what Capernaum in the New Testament was named from. Basically, Christ spent a great deal of time in that particular town. Nahum was written about 603 BC, with the 110-year correction, chronologically speaking from the records of the kings. And it is a fantastic book, inasmuch as Jonah had been there earlier, and he had converted Nineveh. Nineveh, though, is beginning to fall away, so God brings a prophet to warn them. It would not be too long after this that Nineveh itself would fall. The spiritual connotation within this is that Nineveh, the home of the Assyrians, with the Assyrian being a type of Antichrist and false religion. So let's see what we can learn from this warning to Nineveh, as well as see what prophecy we can uncover. Nahum chapter 1, verse 1.
The burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum the Elkoshite.
The burden of Nineveh. In other words, this is what God considered it to be, a burden at that time. The town of Elkosh, from which this prophet came, is about 2 miles north of what would be Mosul today in Iraq. It is probably the very location, or very near the location, where Saddam Hussein's 2 sons were killed by our troops. Their life was taken from them there, at this geographical location. So we see current events weaving themselves into the very scripture itself. Verse 2.
God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth, and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
Revengeth is said 2 times for emphasis. Verse 3.
The Lord is slow to anger, and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Verse 4.
He rebuketh the sea, and maketh it dry, and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon languisheth.
He created all things. He can manage all things, to the good or to the bad. His choice. Verse 5.
The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence, yea, the world, and all that dwell therein.
Now this frightens many people. But the very Hebrew word to revere or fear, it's the same word. It's according to who you are. If you're wicked, you better fear God. If you love him, then you better revere him. That's the love in return. So that's why the same word is utilized. It's according to who's wearing the shoe, whether it fits or not. Verse 6.
Who can stand before his indignation? And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him.
Verse 7.
The Lord is good, a strong hold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him.
He doesn't play guessing games. He knows whether you love him or not. Verse 8.
But with an overrunning flood he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies.
What place? Nineveh. That's the subject. And darkness shall pursue his enemies. Who is darkness? That is Satan himself. Verse 9.
What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time.
Shall not rise up the second time. Because when God decides to end something, it is over. One shot. Verse 10.
For while they be folden together as thorns, and while they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dry.
Verse 11.
There is one come out of thee that imagineth evil against the Lord, a wicked counselor.
Now, of course, this wicked counselor is the Assyrian in type. But ultimately, what will it be? Prophetically, it will be the false Christ. He's a wicked counselor. Remember what Nahum, the title of the book, means? Compassionate counselor. Here, you got a wicked one coming. Verse 12.
Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet, and likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more.
Speaking of Judah here, and how precious it is. Dr. Moffat feels this verse is a little out of place, that it should follow verse 15. Be that as it may, we're going to leave it where it is, and I'll mention it again. Verse 13.
For now will I break his yoke from off thee, and will burst thy bonds in sunder.
Verse 14.
And the Lord hath given a commandment concerning thee, that no more of thy name be sown. Out of the house of thy gods will I cut off the graven image, and the molten image. I will make thy grave, for thou art vile.
Verse 15, to finish the chapter.
Behold upon the mountains the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace. O Judah, keep thy solemn feasts, perform thy vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through thee. He is utterly cut off.
And then let's follow that with verse 12.
Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet and likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more.
God takes care of his own, but oh, how he roughs up the enemy. There will be a Judahite show up here in this book that will be on the side of the enemy, and you will see how God will handle him as well. But I emphasize it was the nation that was destroyed, not the people. I'm going to say it again. The nation. The governmental system was destroyed. So ultimately, what is it? Babylon. Babel is destroyed. She is fallen. She is cast into the sea. What is Babel? Confusion. Well, what destroys confusion? Truth. The very word of the living God destroys that confusion and conflict and brings you peace of mind. That ends our chapter today, but please do like and subscribe. And if you have a moment, please let me know in the comments where you are listening from. Our next video will cover chapter 2 of Nahum. Until then, stay strong, my friends.